It is often said that a mother's love for her daughter is a silent guardian, always watching over her well-being, guiding her through life's storms. Is that the case in Auntie B's story? Let's find out. Beatrice, popularly called Auntie B, is the owner of a well-known restaurant in a vibrant city. She was a mother of 3 daughters and ran this restaurant, B's Delights, which was famous for its mouth-watering dishes and assorted meats. 2 of her daughters, Rita and Tina, had finished their secondary school, while Anita, who is the youngest, was still in secondary school. The restaurant was the family's sole source of income, and Auntie B left no stone unturned in making sure her customers were always satisfied. The restaurant was always opened from morning till night, providing services from breakfast to dinner. To keep her business thriving, Auntie B resorted to a variety of tactics, the most notorious of which was her special service, as she always called it, that attracted numerous male customers. Men frequented her restaurant not only for the delicious meals, but also for the chance to spend the night with either of her elder daughters for a price. This secret service provided the family with substantial additional income, and Auntie B was very strict with her daughters about it. At first, when the daughters finished secondary school, they weren't happy with what their mom was introducing them to. And they told their mom, "Mom, we don't like this. We want to go to school. My sister wants to be a lawyer, and I want to be a medical doctor. Now that we are through with school, we want to go to the university." And Auntie B will always shout on her daughters, saying, "How can you say you want to go to the university? I have tried my best in training you down to secondary school level. Is this not selfishness? You want me to keep spending money on your education when your father, who is supposed to be taking care of you, ran away when you were just 10 years old? I have tried my best. You are through with secondary school, so now is the time for you to start supporting my business." The eldest daughter will say to her mom, "Mama, we can support your business by helping you cook and serve customers, not selling our body for money." And Auntie B would not give an ear to that at all. It got to a time where she started starving her daughters at home because they refused to succumb to her request of satisfying her male customers. And because they didn't want to be a stubborn child or go against their mother's requests, they decided to do exactly what their mother said. Auntie B started using her daughters as business, counting money every morning, because whenever the daughters returned from the male customers' houses, they always came back with huge amounts of money. She counted this money with so much joy, forgetting the dangers she's putting her daughters through, or the possible sickness or disease the daughters are likely to get. Dear viewers, are there really mothers like this? Have you heard a story or come across a mother like this? Well, let's keep listening to this story. Most people believe the success of Auntie B's Delights was due to the exquisite food she made, unaware that the daughters' nightly company played a significant role. The daughters appearing to relish their interactions with the customers every night sometimes encouraged them to drink excessively and then took advantage of their intoxicated states to steal from them. Auntie B always encouraged her daughters to keep doing what they are doing. She always praised them. These are my daughters. You are making so much money for your mother. Don't worry. Tomorrow, I will buy you beautiful clothes, beautiful and attractive ones, and I'll buy you some more hairs and makeup so you can look more attractive. Thank you, my daughters. Can't you see we are making so much money? You know your mother will not deceive you. We are making money, and that is all that matters. The children will reluctantly nod in agreement to what their mother was saying, and they continued this lifestyle for a very long time, forgetting the fact that they want to go to school. Anita, the youngest daughter of Madam B, saw everything going on, and she said to her sisters, "Sister, I don't like this lifestyle you people are living, no. I'm not going to do this when I'm done with secondary school. Not knowing her mother overheard what Anita was saying, and she shouted from the background, "Will you keep quiet? What do you mean by you don't like what they are doing? The money you have been feeding with and wearing good clothes with, you think I'm picking the money from the ground? Finish your secondary school and join your sisters. I don't have daughters for nothing. You have to work for the money." And Anita said, "Mama, I don't think I'm going to do this." Madam B yelled at Anita, and she angrily left the house that evening. One evening, while Auntie B and her daughters were attending to customers, a luxurious car parked in front of the restaurant. Auntie B and her daughters were astonished. They have never seen such a wealthy customer before. A man in his mid-50s stepped out of the car, and Auntie B wondered if he was lost. To her surprise, he walked in and requested for a menu. Auntie B quietly said to her daughter, "This man seems very wealthy. Opportunities like this are rare. Do whatever it takes to make him want to stay with you tonight. If he becomes a regular customer, we will make a lot of money." And her daughter responded with a smile, "Don't worry, Mama. I've got this under control. He will be captivated by me." Tina assured her mother as she prepared the food. With a confident smile, she served the man. "Here is your order, sir. And there's something extra that can help with digestion if you are interested," Tina said, subtly flaunting her allure. The man's entrance focused more on her than the food. The man ate his meal, and after the meal, he approached Auntie B and her daughters to settle the bill. He handed Tina a generous sum of money. "I know this is more than what I owe, but consider it a token of appreciating your beauty. I will come back tomorrow. Then I will take the extra digestion you said." And Tina understood with a smile and responded to the man, "Don't worry, sir. I'll be here tomorrow night, waiting for you." Auntie B was very excited about the huge amount of money this customer gave to Tina. And she said to Tina, Tina, you have to make sure you work hard when you follow him home tomorrow. This customer is rich." And Tina said, "Mama, don't worry. You know I always make you proud." The next day, Tina was feeling an unease in her spirit. And she said to the mother, "Mama, I don't think I will follow that man home this night. I'm having an uneasy feeling about him." "Don't worry, Mama. Maybe some other time I'll follow another customer." And Auntie B yelled back at Tina, "You dare not say that. Ever since we started this business, this is the richest customer so far. How can you say you don't want to follow him this night when he comes? Tina, I don't want to hear that, oh. You better follow the man when he comes back." And then Tina responded, "Mama, please. Anytime I think of the man coming to pick me this evening, my spirit is always not accepting it. My heart is always skipping. Let's just let go of this man." And Auntie B was not ready to listen to whatever her daughter was saying. And she said, "Tina, you must follow this man, and that is final." And because Tina wanted to respect her mother as usual, she reluctantly agreed to follow the man. That evening, the elderly man arrived with his luxurious car as usual, and he went straight to Auntie B, addressing her directly. "I would like to spend some days in my house with your daughter." Auntie B was like, "Days? That will cost you a lot of money." And the man said, "No problem. I have the money. I will pay as much as you want and even more." Auntie B, upon hearing that, agreed to his bidding without thinking twice. Who was this mysterious man? Was Tina's life in danger? Auntie B did not think of any of that. She pushed her daughter Tina into the man's car, telling her to make sure she behaves very well so they can get more money. And the man left with Tina. Auntie B did not suspect anything because the man already told her that Tina was going to be spending a lot of days with him. The next day, Rita, Madam B's older daughter walked up to her mother and said, "Mama, did you bother to call Tina to know if she arrived well or if she's okay where she is?" And Madam B replied, "Don't worry, Rita. The man will take care of her." And Rita said to her mother, "Mama, I think I'm pregnant. Please, Mama, what do I do?" And Madam B said, "What? You can't say that. How can you be pregnant? How are we going to make more money if you get pregnant? My friend, you better look for what to do with that. Don't tell me that kind of a thing again." And she chased Rita out of her presence, asking her to do whatever it takes to make sure they make more money, not getting pregnant. Few days later, Auntie B was sitting in her restaurant when she received a call from a stranger that her daughter Rita was at the hospital, that she should run along to the hospital. When Auntie B got to the hospital, she saw her daughter's lifeless body lying on the floor. And she asked the doctor, "Doctor, what happened to my daughter?" And the doctor responded, "Madam, she attended to get rid of a pregnancy. And this is what the result turned out to be." Auntie B started crying. "Oh no, I have led my daughter into killing herself. What do I do?" And just as she was walking out of the hospital, she saw where crowd gathered. She wondered why the crowd were there. And as she walked to the crowd to see what was going on, she saw her daughter's body, Tina, also on the floor. The crowd said a car came to drop Tina's lifeless body on the floor, that they had used Tina for ritual purposes. Auntie B was shattered. She was heartbroken. She had lost her 2 daughters in one day. She cried uncontrollably and blamed herself for everything. She said, "Oh no, I have killed my daughters with my own hands. Oh no." She kept on crying. That was when it dawned to Auntie B that she had made a very big mistake. And she said, "I have failed my daughters as a mother. All I wanted was them to have the best life, to have enough money. All the money they've been giving to me, I've been saving it for them. I guess I chose the wrong decision by sending them out. Oh no." And she cried. Anita, the last daughter, upon hearing what had happened, was very angry with her mother. And she said to her, "Mama, I told you, we don't need to sell ourselves. There are better ways to succeed," she said. And Madam B apologized to Anita. "Please forgive me, my daughter. Everything I did was for you and your sisters. I didn't know it would turn out like this." And Madam B closed down her restaurant completely and looked for other ways she could make money. After losing her 2 daughters, she wasn't ready to continue with that line of business again. And she focused more on taking Anita through her education and became the better mother that she was supposed to be in the first place. And Madam B lived in regret for the rest of her life. If you were asked on your wedding day to call off the ceremony all of a sudden, would you pause to find out why? Or you will push forward ignoring the warnings? What exactly would you do, dear viewers? Adunni was the only daughter of her parents, cherished and adored by her 2 elder brothers, Nazi and Boma. From a young age, Adunni had always dreamed of marrying a wealthy man so she could proudly bear the title Odogu wife, which is a term used in describing the wife of a very rich man. She had a strong taste for luxury and was drawn to the finer things of life. So when Adunni met Ayo, a man of considerable wealth, she didn't hesitate to agree to marry him after only 3 weeks of knowing him. For Adunni, Ayo's riches were all that mattered, and she was thrilled to think of the glamorous life that awaited her. But my dear viewers, I want to ask, is riches the only thing that mattered in marriage? Let's find out in this story. The wedding plans were quickly set in motion after Ayo met her parents. Adunni was beyond excited about her upcoming wedding to an Odogu Remember I said Odogwu is a simple term used in describing a rich man. She eagerly awaited the day she would walk down the aisle, dressed in her finest dress, ready to claim her title, Odogwu's wife. She felt her dreams were finally coming to pass, and she said to herself, I have finally found the perfect man of my dreams. A man that has riches, money that is uncountable, and I'm going to finally bear the title of an Odogwu's wife, of course. But my dear viewers, who wouldn't be happy to get married to a wealthy man, that your life would just be full of luxury and wealth? But wait, could that be the case in Aduni's story? The more reason why you should keep listening to this story. The day of the wedding finally arrived, and Aduni was all excited, getting her hair done, her makeup, everything that would make sure that wedding would be a success. But on that wedding morning, while Aduni was getting dressed, Nazi, Aduni's elder brother, walked into the room with a troubled expression. Troubled expression? What could he be up to? Before I continue this story, my dear viewers, this is a plea to you. If you're watching my videos and you haven't subscribed, please be a part of my growth, please, and click on that subscribe button. And if you're a returning subscriber, hey, my family, I see you. Thank you so much for coming back. I really appreciate you, and I do not take your supports for granted. So let's go back to the story. So Nazi, Aduni's elder brother, said to her, Aduni, you need to call off this wedding. Nazi said, his voice filled with urgency. Aduni turned to him, her face flushed with